Hello again. I'm back, Carly, brand ambassador for Enzoani, here to talk to you today about how to prepare for your first wedding dress shopping appointment after quarantine. What should I do? What should I look up? What should I have ready? I'm gonna give you all the deets. Hang tight. So there has never been a better time to social media, Pinterest, Instagram, plan your wedding. I mean, time is of abundance for a lot of us. There is so much more content out there. This is the perfect opportunity to start hunting and gathering all of the little pieces of things that you're liking about dresses and really getting all that stuff together. So when you are able to go into a store, you have tons of options to show the consultant of what you're aesthetically drawn to and what you're really looking for in a wedding dress. That being said, obviously a good consultant at any store is going to know that you really don't know what will look good on you. We don't even necessarily know right off the bat what's gonna look good on you until you start getting into dresses. So while it's great to have tons of these pictures and things ready to go, still be open-minded, always, always. Okay, so you've searched, you've stockpiled, and you have gathered all these little bits of information to be able to give your consultant. Things that you like, things that you dislike, trains, backs, fronts, lace, fabric, all of it. Great, awesome, you did perfect. But while you were searching, you found it. You found the creme de la creme wedding dress for you. And you are so obsessed and so focused on it, you have got to try this dress on. Even if you try on other dresses that you really love, you know you won't be able to commit to anything until you try on this dress. So a big thing you want to do here before you start shopping is find out who has that dress. Now, when you found the dress, there was a button. Usually there was a button that says, where can I find this? The stores that carry that brand will pop up. That does not necessarily mean that they have that specific style. So you need to reach out and just, vet each store individually. Hey, I'm looking for, Maya by Enzoani. Oh, you don't have it. Okay, now moving on. So that is a really, 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 really big point. It's very, very upsetting when somebody comes in and they literally tell me, I came in here to try on this dress and we don't have it. Okay. That was the wind going out of my sails, which is exactly what you'll look like if you find yourself in that situation. Another thing to vet that you may not have thought about is actually the store itself. Some stores do specialize in certain aesthetics more than others. There are some stores that focus solely on, all sparkle ball gowns, just more over the top styles. That's more their bride and what they are seeing. So before you end up walking into a store after you haven't done your due diligence and you're looking for something a little bit more bohemian or light and then to find they only have stuff that's really sparkly, that's going to be a bummer. So the best thing that you can do to make sure this doesn't happen is go to the stores that you're looking at's websites, and they should have a designer list on there where you can kind of see the aesthetics and styles of those designers that they're carrying. It'll give you a good idea of what they have in store. Let's talk money. So before you go shopping, you need to have a pretty set idea of what you're looking to spend. And obviously that's pre-quarantine too. I know it's a little bit different right now just because times are uncertain and a lot of people are struggling financially, but you definitely want to walk in having a 100% mindset of your max budget and being vocal about that. You don't want to just go in and say, well, it's my first time or I'm just starting out, so just show me a little bit of everything. That's where you're going to get yourself into hot water because you are without fail, most likely going to put on something that is far exceeding your max budget in reality. And now you love something that you feel like you can't have. So that makes us love it more. Hello. And you just don't want to have that be a part of your experience. This should be a lovely, beautiful, it's an emotional purchase. There should be just joyous, wonderful feelings about it. So if you put on something that's way over, you're kind of ruining the rest of the experience because you're going to feel like you have to settle, which is definitely not what we want. So set your budget, tell your consultant, make sure let them know that you do not want to go over that number. And then that way, everything you're trying on that you're falling in love with can be yours. No disappointment necessary. On that note, make sure you're reaching out to stores and finding out where they start, where they top off. You don't want to have a budget that in reality is very healthy and then end up walking to a store that starts right at your, maximum number. You want to have as many options as possible when you're trying on. So vet out those price points. Give them a call. Email them. Maybe it's on their website. Just check their website first. Start there. On a second note of that same idea, if there is a specific dress that you are looking for, and ding, 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 number one, we found it online. Ding, 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 number two, we found it at a store. Ding, 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 number three, is it in the price point you're wanting to stay around? So that is another great question to inquire about once you have found the place that carries the dress that you're dying to try on. Is it within your budget? Make sure you're asking those questions. You're like a reporter. Hard-hitting questions. Get those news. Get the news. Get the info. So you've made the appointment. The date for your appointment is set. It's on the horizon, hopefully very soon. Question is, who do you bring with you? Now, this is already a bit of a question well before this time that we're in now. Obviously, planning a wedding is a little bit political in the sense that it's kind of sometimes hard to make sure nobody's feelings are getting hurt and you want to include everybody, but sometimes then your guest count gets really high. Some stores have restrictions on how many people you can bring. At this point, my guess is that, obviously state by state or store by store, their own, discretion. There's probably going to be some restrictions and limitations on amount of guests that each person can bring. So make sure you're having your most important people. If you can only bring 2 people, you're going to figure it out because you're going to know who you really feel like you have to have there. Thank God for technology. Obviously, make sure that the people that aren't going to be able to maybe go with you, they're able to FaceTime. They know what time your appointment is at, so they'll be available, ready to, join in on the fun. So keep that in mind. There's probably going to be restrictions on the amount of people that you can bring, and you want to make sure everybody that wants to watch can watch. So make sure they're set up for FaceTime or Zoom, whatever works for you guys, and you can get that virtual cheers going, okay? You're gonna find your dress. We're getting married. All right, it's game time. So what are you bringing with you to the appointment? Well, first of all, you're gonna bring yourself. And you're gonna be yourself because you're beautiful. Aside from that, you're gonna wanna bring all the inventory and data that you have stockpiled for yourself, all the information that's going to be super helpful for the consultant, all your Pinterest boards, your Instagram. Just bring your phone. It's all on your phone, right? Another thing that you're going to want to be prepared for is undergarments. Ah, yes. Number one question we get a lot of the time, what do I wear when I'm trying on wedding dresses? Honestly, it's up to you. You could do a sticky bra, you could do a strapless bra, you can honestly do no bra. At this point, I don't even notice what you're wearing because I'm focused on other things. So obviously it's just at your comfort level. We want you to feel comfortable. It's kind of a nerve-wracking experience your first couple of times shopping. So whatever makes you feel the most secure, do that. Also, bring shoes. Some stores do have shoes that you can borrow and try on. Some stores don't. So just preemptively, I would bring a pair of heels so you have them. I know what you're gonna say, but Carly, I'm not wearing heels. It doesn't matter. It's not about what you're actually gonna wear on your wedding day. The sample dresses are really long. So it's just to give you a better visual of what the dress is gonna look like when it's actually hemmed to your height. Pro tip. The other thing is kind of all those original first things were just normal appointments. Obviously, after stores are reopening, I'm sure it's gonna be a little bit different. I would bring a mask. I'm assuming probably for the most part, most stores are gonna, make sure that you have to wear a mask to be able to try on. There is no way to actually properly social distance when you're trying on wedding dresses. We are all up in your business. So those are the things to bring when you go shopping, and let's do this. I forgot something important, and it might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be shocked. Remember when we were talking about what to bring and undergarments and sticky bras and strapless bras and no bras and all that kind of stuff? Another really important thing to bring and wear is underpants. Wear underwear to your appointment. I have to say that, and I want you to meditate on that for a second. So I've seen some things. Just, you wouldn't want to try on a dress that someone else was allowed to put on sans underwear, right? Am I right? All right. Consider yourself officially prepped. I hope this helps. I hope you have a greater sense of what you need to get ready for your first appointment. If there are other things that you guys have questions on in anticipation of your first appointment post-quarantine, please reach out. Let us know. We can expand this further if you guys want. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out Enzoani's IGTV for more videos. We will be coming out with more soon as well, so keep your eyes peeled on that. And I hope you have a beautiful day or night, quarantine day 4,675,000.